Hello again, I am Blunty, and today I'm going to share with you a super bizarre rice recipe I heard about that sounds like it would be just revolting, but it is apparently surprisingly yummy. At least that's what I'm told. I'm not sure if I'm being pranked or if this is genuine culinary genius, so today I'm actually making it for the first time ever and trying it live on camera for your guys' entertainment. It will either be a hilarious disaster or something you should probably try yourself. A delicious meal. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, it's time to find out. To begin, prepare to cook your rice in the usual way. I'm using 2 cups of jasmine rice and 2.5 cups of water. And if you're new to this whole cooking your own rice thing, it is absolutely essential that you rinse your rice in cold running water until the water runs clear. It makes a huge difference to the final product. Don't just throw your rice in, it'll be ugh. So, once you get to the point where you'd normally start your rice cooker and sit around waiting for ricey delicious goodness, it is time to bring in the secret ingredient, which, believe it or not, is chips. Potato chips, or crisps, I suppose, if you're American. The original recipe I was told about used plain, lightly salted chips. I, however, went with my personal favourite, salt and vinegar, in the hopes that the zinginess of the vinegar would give the final dish a bit of extra pow. I was given no specific instructions for how much chips to use, so I'm going with about half the bag here. Next step is to crush the chips until they resemble cornflakes breakfast cereal. It's uncanny, isn't it? Look at that. Then pop the whole lot on top of your rice. The chips will of course go mushy nearly instantly, which is usually the absolutely least desirable thing to happen to delicious salt and vinegar chips, but this is for science, so I choke back the urge to weep a little bit. I also threw in a bit of extra water at this point on the instinct that the chips are already absorbing the water the rice needs to cook properly. Then bam, button, sit back and wait in keen anticipation of your meal, or possibly disaster. Once the rice cooker goes bing or beep or cock-a-doodle-doo or whatever the hell yours does when it's trying to tell you that your rice is ready, fluff it up and give it a mix. Mine turned out a bit on the mushy side. I'm not sure if that was the extra water I put in or if it's just what happens when you cook rice with potato chips. But we must persevere. This is for science, for culinary science, for deliciousness science. It certainly smells good anyway. Let's try it. Alright then. Moment of truth time, it seems. My chippy rice, or crisp rice, I suppose Americans would call it. I don't even know what the Japanese word for crisps or chips is, but you know. So, very, very weird idea. I'm almost convinced. Smells like it's picked up, it's retained the fresh flavours of the uncooked chips. And let's get into it. That's actually pretty damn good. But it's still got that potatoey kind of taste. The vinegar is relatively gone. That's probably mostly evaporated away, I would guess. But you can definitely, lightly salted. And quite a pleasant meal, actually. It's actually somewhere close to a mashed potato. Unsurprisingly, it's got potatoes in there, and the rice is substituting for all that starch. But absolutely worth doing, worth trying. I'm going to try some other flavours. Maybe some chicken barbecue chips would be good. But try the plain ones, of course. That's how I originally found out about this. I suppose you'd technically call it a recipe, wouldn't you? But I think I'm going to embark on a journey of mysterious and esoteric rice cooker recipes, because this is a fantastic meal. Much more flavourful than plain rice, of course. And incredibly cheap. Packet of chips, box of rice. Quite yummy indeed. In fact, the very sticky, mushy texture is starting to grow on me, actually. I don't think this would be as good if it wasn't as mushy. I don't know. I guess I'll have to try it and find out. But meanwhile, you guys can piss off. I'm going to eat the rest of my bowl of chip rice. Salt and vinegar chip rice. I'm not even kidding. This is delicious. It's a very unusual first bite, but can't stop. Go away. Now, next step is to figure out what this would go well with. Use it as a side dish instead of a main course. I'm so happy. I can't believe this worked. Go away! Eating! Rude bastards.